PBL League basketball action here this afternoon. It's a game moved to the DuBois Middle School, and it's our Pennsylvania Dream, the DuBois Dream, and the Ohio Bootleggers here this afternoon. This is a game which had to be decided for quite a while. Albert Tavarichello did an excellent job to get this game played, and we have the national anthem and also the intro of players coming up here today. All right, Lanny Prosper with the national anthem tonight. And they're introducing the starting lineup, so let's join in.
Number 4, Trey Miller. Number 15, Bernard Edwards. And number 23, Brent McKnight. And now for the starting lineup for your DuBois Dream. Number 11, Nick Anderson.
Nick Anderson in the starting lineup tonight for your DuBois Dream. Rue Moore, number 5. Albert Barrichello, number 31. And number 3, Anthony Jackson. And number 21, Julius Francis, to take the court for the DuBois Dream in this afternoon affair against the Ohio Bootleggers. And the last time we had the Ohio Bootleggers here, number 10, Nicholas Gouch, did not make the starting lineup, but he is in the starting lineup for the Ohio Bootleggers. But watch out for Cody Ballard this afternoon, along with Brett McKnight. Those are the two big players for the Ohio Bootleggers. And of course, they all are very good because they all have international experience. And of course, they are coming off a huge win over the Kentucky Mavericks. Almost set to go. Want to say hello to Brad Divins. This is John Allen, the sidekick of Brad Divins during this season with the DuBois Dream. And we're almost set to go. The Bootleggers dressed in their striped bluish uniforms, the white numbers. Of course, you can see that. Introducing the starting lineup, so let's join in. And the opening tip is controlled by the Dream. Jackson for 3, and it's short off the rim. And it is Gouch with the rebound. They're going to set up their offense underneath, and it's stolen away more to Anderson. Nick Anderson in the starting lineup tonight. And his pass back to Jackson is your DuBois Dream. And here comes Ohio. And another steal. Jackson went the pass to Anderson, or to Francis. And Francis banks it in for 2 as the Dream has the early lead. And number 21, Julius Francis, to take the court. Ohio sets up with a shot and a three-pointer. And that is Brent McKnight for the 3. And the last time we had the Ohio play a big impact here this afternoon. Here, Jackson tried to bank, and Francis goes back up for number
10.
And it is picked away with a rebound by Ohio. Here's another 3 attempt by McKnight. And coming down is Anthony Jackson with the rebound.
Afternoon, along with Brett McKnight. Those are the two big players for the Ohio
Looks like
Bootleggers.
Jackson
Of
took
course,
a
they
poke
all
in the
are
face.
very good
Trying to
because they
control
all
the
have
offensive
international
rebound
experience
underneath, going up for
and
the
of course,
layup.
they are coming off a huge win over the Kentucky Mavericks. Almost set to go. Want to say hello to Brad Divins. This is John Allen, the sidekick of Brad Divins during
Pass
this
into Moore. Moore goes
season.
for 3. Won't
DuBois dream.
fall, and here comes the Ohio Bootleggers. Quick no-look pass underneath. Layup is going to be no good. Tipped around, controlled by Francis. That's an excellent rebound underneath by Francis. Anderson over to Moore. He'll drive right, goes up. Nice, pretty play there. Gets the bank shot. Nice hang time for Moore, getting that shot off. 4-3. It's the Dream with the early lead over the Bootleggers. Here comes Ballard. Nice deep back pass to McKnight. And the shot is going to rim in and out on an attempted 3 by Cody Ballard. Anderson back to Varicallo for 3, and it's off the mark, rebounded by McKnight. The Bootleggers on a fast transition. However, it's 2-on-3, and the ball does go out of bounds. So no foul called on the play. Pass out to McNichol. He's way out near center court. Edwards, his shot, no good. Jackson going for the rebound, follow up by Moore. And it's another one shot and done for Ohio. Moore driving, gets a screen by Francis, and it won't go. Rebounded by Miller by Ohio. Driving straight down the lane with the layup is Gooch for Ohio, the 6'4", 190-pounder from Shawnee State University. Francis on the attack, spins, shoots, and won't go. Just under 9 minutes to go here in the opening quarter, and the outside shot by Edwards. Now there's a 2-on-1 break, and Jackson with the dunk. Anthony Jackson gets that break. Defender falls, and it's a slam. 6-5, the home team with the lead. Miller from outside for 3, rims in and out, and coming down is Anderson going up high for the rebound, and he draws the foul.
Foul's on number 4, Trey Miller, his first.
Say hello to Aaron Fairman, engineering the broadcast along with Nolan Fairman. Thank you very much, Aaron. He's controlling the camera in today's broadcast. This is John Allen, the sidekick of Brad Divins. Brad couldn't make it to the game. He's cooking us the delicious food. One of the sponsors, Julius Francis, gets his own rebound after the missed shot, and then he is fouled on the follow-through.
Foul's on number 23.
This is something that Coach Crawford, Adam Crawford of the Dream, wanted the team to come out very aggressive. 8:23 to go here in the first. Francis foul shot. Rims, no good. During the course of the game, we'll get to our great sponsors bringing you Dream basketball all season long. And you can see the sponsors scrolling at the top of your screen. And the second shot is good. Trey Miller across center court, being guarded heavily by Nick Anderson. Edwards guarded by Varicallo. Edwards tries the middle of the paint, and he gets the shot to go. It's now 7-7. Anthony Jackson looking for help underneath by Francis, tipped away by McKnight, causing the turnover. McKnight going for an alley-oop type pass to Edwards, followed up by Cody. Well, I think I'm getting Ballard and Edwards and Cody Ballard mixed up there, but the shot does fall. 7:43 mark, and 9-7. Ohio has the lead. Jackson tried to get a shot to go, but partially blocked on the attempt.
Ohio on the attack. Working the perimeter, step shot, fires for three, no good. And now the follow through, and it is good for three. They'll slow the pace down, the Dream. Now a pull-in jumper by Anderson, or by Jackson won't follow. Now you can see the tempo build just a little bit for the Dream, and driving and scoring is Cody Ballard, and quickly stopping the action with a timeout by the Dream. The 7-minute mark, and quickly a 7-point lead by the Ohio Bootleggers. And we'd like to say a big thank you to Headmaster Mike Armanini and the staff at the DuBois Central Catholic School for their support in hosting the inaugural season of home games. And without them, none of this would be possible for the Dream this year. And also thanks to the Verichetti family for their generous support and continued encouragement for the organization of the Pennsylvania Dream. DuBois Dream, I know when you look at the PBL standings, they always say Pennsylvania, and that's where you see the DuBois Dream.
Number 23, Sam Roselli.
And substitutions for both teams. Sam Roselli checking in for the Dream, and also Ronald Clarkson for Ohio. Roselli kicks it back to Anderson for three. Anderson shot off the back, and it's a dead ball, so it'll go over to Ohio.
Entering the game for the Dream, number 4, Dom Barrichello.
Dom Barrichello in the game for the Dream. Now Clarkson. Back to Edwards. Ballard being guarded by Moore. Kicks it back out. McKnight for three, and it's nothing but nylon.
McKnight, 4-3.
Double-digit lead now for Ohio. Moore top of the key for three, and he misses his mark. Ohio's ball. There's a lot of communication going on the court right now. Trey Miller digs it to Ballard. Ballard guarded by Barrichello. That's Dom Barrichello. Now he goes in, dishes it off to Clarkson, and he has his shot partially blocked. Ballard fights for the rebound and drives it home. 6-minute mark. Barrichello across center court. Dishes it underneath Francis. He'll try to push his way in for the rebound and gets the bucket. That stops a 12-point run. It's now 19-9. Clarkson dishes it back to Trey Miller at 3-point range. No good. Albert Barrichello with the rebound. Boy, nice move by Ballard, driving it deep and then dishing it out. Roselli underneath the hoops and tries the shot, and he gets it. Bounce, and finally goes. So the Dream a little bit on the run. Here's a 3-point basket attempt by Ballard. Won't go. Albert Barrichello on the rebound. For three. Short on the rim. McKnight to Ballard. Dishes it to Miller. Miller hits it for three. 22-11. If you follow along, the score on the screen for you. Francis from deep, and it won't fall. Bootleggers on the run. Defense down low. They're trying to stop the paint. They're in tight, and a foul is called. Sam Roselli over there to help Edwards up off the floor. So a lot of great sportsmanship all season long from the DuBois Dream. And we have a media timeout. Some great sponsors, including the Fairfield Inn and Suites and DuBois, pleased to support the DuBois Dream basketball team. The Fairfield Inn and Suites, conveniently located right at exit 101. They include breakfast for all guests and has meeting space for up to 30 guests. And please stop in and say hello anytime to the friendly staff. And also the DuBois Dream and staff want to give a big shout out to the great team at Everlasting Productions
Everlasting Productions is a full-service production company specializing in video, digital media production. You can give Steve a call at 814-503-0050 to book your next wedding or event, or you can contact the DuBois Dream. They'll be happy to get you in contact with Steve, part of the DuBois Dream. I mentioned I'm your sidekick with Brad Divins, filling in for Brad here this afternoon. So, Brad, we hope to see you at the final game next Saturday, April the 1st. It's a 5 o'clock game with the Washington Warhawks. It's a part of a big doubleheader where the DuBois Dream are playing in part for the charitable game for the DuBois United Way. Bernard Edwards at the line. 4:40 to go here in the first quarter. And he drains this one. And the second shot is good. Louis Payne and Kyle Vogt is in the game. Nice give and go underneath. And Sam Roselli. Nice drawn up play. And they were back on defense to prevent the transition. A foul is called against the Dream. Joseph Josek is in the game. Cody Ballard with the first shot going through. He'll have another. And the second shot falls through. And Payne brings it down, dumps it low to Vogt. Vogt for three, and off the board, and it will be Ohio's basketball. Tony Anderson into the game for Ohio. Ballard being guarded by Kyle Vogt, gets a pick from McKnight, back to McKnight, fakes his three, drives in with his shoulder to shoulder, and he draws contact by Lusik Josek.
Fouls on number 2, Kyle Vogt, his second.
I guess they called that on Kyle Vogt that time. Second shot is short, rebounded by Vogt. He'll give it to Payne. Payne to Anthony Jackson. Dom Varichello for three.
Dom Varichello for three.
Set up the offense. Ohio. McKnight for a deep three. Now off the rim, but controlled underneath by Ohio. Anderson's shot. It's good. That's a two. 3:30 remaining and counting in the first. Payne to Varichello. That's Dom Varichello. Anthony Jackson drive. Dish back to Dom Varichello. Finds Anthony Jackson. Steps behind the three line. He'll take his shot. And it won't go, but good hustle by Kyle Vogt. But it does go out of bounds. It will be Ohio's basketball. 13-point lead for the Bootleggers. McKnight's been around the world, I guess is an understatement. He's been just about everywhere. And he's hoping to get that other shot in the NBA. Here's the shot by McKnight, and he drills it. Payne, his shot is blocked underneath. He'll try to keep it alive, and he does. for another basket. Anthony Jackson. Those are the kind of points you don't want to have happen against you. Dom Varichello tries the three. It's off the mark, and it is a Dream basketball. And we're going to have a timeout. Thanks to also the DuBois Middle School for hosting this game, allowing the DuBois Dream to be here on such a short notice. Just a matter of finding a place after the game time and the ability to have this game played. And both teams being patient and having this game played today and this afternoon. The Ohio Bootleggers coming off some great wins against the Kentucky Mavericks and put themselves in a great position for the playoffs that are be coming up. Game today also brought to you by Haas's Steak and Sea House. The players and staff want to thank Haas's Steak and Sea House, where your family wants to eat, located at 675 Liberty Boulevard, proud sponsors of the DuBois Dream. Well, right now, 33-16, 2:32 to go with the timeout. A lot of players being substituted in and out. DAC Stats keeping track of all the scoring in this game. We'll get you up to date at halftime. And there periodically we'll give you some big thanks to everyone involved in DuBois Dream basketball throughout this year. Varichello inbounds to Rue Moore. Back to Calais. Calais' three-point basket won't fall, and Ohio will get possession. Anderson, Jackson, Albert Varichello, Rue Moore, and Corey Calais on the floor right now for the Dream. Underneath, all alone and sneaking in from behind and getting the basket for the Ohio Bootleggers is Tony Anderson. Ballard went for the pickoff. Nick Anderson to Jackson. He'll go all the way into the paint, and the underhand layup reverse won't fall. Anderson with a behind-the-back pass, and nobody there, and it will be a turnover. That's the first turnover I think we called, except for the beginning of the game. Rue Moore one-on-one with Ballard, can't get the shot to fall. Jackson gets the tip, and he puts it in. Ohio's going on big runs, and the Dream coming back with a basket in between like 7 points, so that's where they got to get stronger. Ballard underneath, and he just will not be denied. He's really fighting for those extra points. 37-18. Nick Anderson takes the jumper at the foul line, and he connects. 17-point lead for the Bootleggers. 1:18 remaining in the first. Ballard. He's being guarded by Rue Moore. Edwards. Shot won't go. Anthony Jackson rebound. Jackson bounce pass to Rue Moore, and it is deflected and out of bounds. The Dream maintain possession. Albert Varichello to Anthony Jackson. Down low to Julius Francis. Forces his way with the shot. And there was 4 Bootleggers underneath the hoop, and Julius Francis all by himself. 3-point attempt from deep, and no good. Here's Corey Calais on his own, and threw the ball right into the belly of a defensive player. 32 seconds. Back to Albert Varichello, looks to Moore, keeps it himself underneath the Francis, gets fouled and throws one up. Won't go, but he'll get the 2 shots at the line coming up. We're about 25 in the first quarter.
Number 3, Tony Anderson is first.
19-point lead for the Bootleggers. Second shot was no good. They're going for 19 seconds and enough time for the last shot here in the first quarter. With Ohio controlling with the basketball. Ballard looks to drive it home and shoots off balance, no good. 3 seconds more to Anthony Jackson. 2 seconds, 1, and not good. He dishes it to Albert Varichello, but time expires here in the first. And the score is 39-20 in favor of the Ohio Bootleggers. And stay tuned for more in the second quarter and our great sponsors going across the top of the screen. Driving to the paint, getting the score is Bernard Edwards for Ohio. Here comes Anthony Jackson. Gets a nice pick by Julius Francis. And the player for Ohio looks around and said, where was the call on that one? I mean, it was like he hit a wall when he hit Francis that time. But Jackson gets the back at Ballard with a dump pass. Give and go that time. He'll set up for the jumper and nothing but net for Ballard. Anthony Jackson comes down, back to Calais. Calais looking for help there. Go to Albert Varichello. He'll come out on the top, switch it around. Drew Moore driving and gets the basket. Edwards with Jackson. Down low is Ballard. Ballard's been a thorn in the side for the Dream all season long. And McKnight goes for the long three. McKnight was the most valuable player last year of the Central Basketball Association. Here's a steal and a transition play. Miller, and he has stopped Albert Varichello, nothing but the ball. And he stopped him, and now he's going for three, and it's short on the rim. Edwards all the way into the hoop, and he gets the shot. What a defensive play by Albert Varichello. Calais back to Moore. He's being guarded. Now back to Varichello for three, and it is short, rebounded by Miller. Loose ball, Jackson picks it up, and for two.
Jackson.
Anthony Jackson, a nice pick of the pocket that time, and puts it in. Edwards to Ballard. Ballard, nice raindrop that time, and puts it in for two. 48-26. There's spread. 50-26. Thanks, Aaron. I don't even remember what I said. There's Edwards for three, and they have found the zone. Now timeout by Coach Adam Crawford. He doesn't want this one to get too far out of the reach. With 9:28 remaining here in the first half. DuBois Dream wanted to thank the Depot at Doolittle's for their sponsorship this season. The Depot is a unique restaurant with 2 dining options. Dine in a restored 1950s diner car, or try fine dining in a vintage 1913 dining car, one of 4 ever made. The menu is ever changing weekly, monthly, and seasonally to make you stop back. Come take a ride on the Crazy Train and enjoy your taste of history. Located at 1290 Rich Highway, is proud to sponsor the DuBois Dream. And hello from Cricket Wireless. Who needs a free 4G LTE phone? Who wants to save money on the monthly cellular phone bills? Cricket Wireless comes to DuBois for fulfilling all your needs. Cricket deals starting at $30 a month, or 5 lines for only $100. Rush today at 312 Commons Drive next to Bonton, or call 814-299-7159. That's 814-299-7159 to join Cricket Wireless today. Some of the great sponsors for DuBois Dream basketball all season long. 53-26. You can see the score following all along on the stream broadcast. Dream with the ball. Moore to Francis. Moore looks underneath to Francis. Give and go. Francis, bank it in. That's what they need, but they also need not too many jerseys. McKnight, big follow-up. He was looking for a call, but nothing there. And it will be Dreams basketball. One thing, they are letting them play underneath the basket. Boy, a basket here, and you're only down by 13. And the ball trickles off the shoe, and we have a mandatory timeout. I think the officials are okay. The officials were talking things over about timeouts and what was going on. So we're going to go right back to action. I guess you could say it's a good thing we didn't take a 2-minute break. Albert Barrichello. Rue Moore takes it. Rejected by Edwards. Ballard coast to coast, banks it in. Calais to Anthony Jackson. Cross center court. Underneath Francis. He starts to draw a crowd. Rue Moore for 3 off the back of the rim. Francis got his hand in there to knock the ball loose. Edwards back to Ballard for 3. And rebounded by Albert Barrichello. Anthony Jackson looking for help, dishes it back to Albert Barrichello for 3, and off the mark. I guess both teams have to adjust this. This isn't the same background that the DuBois Dream is used to playing at home, so this is a big adjustment for not only the Ohio Bootleggers, but the Dream. Ballard, a nifty ball handler, going deep in front of the rim, and McKnight rebounds over the back pass. Now they're going to go outside. Edwards fakes his 3. That leaves Miller wide open. The Dream trying to settle things down, coming down, cross center court. Jackson, Moore, Barrichello outside on the perimeter. And Roselli, Sam Roselli brings it across to Barrichello. Francis underneath to Roselli. Roselli tries to get it to go, but it will not fall. And Ballard once again in the paint, lays it up for 2. Jackson. He'll take it right in there. Coach not happy with that one for Ohio. Ballard Edwards. He just doesn't want him to slow down at all. The Dream can take advantage of that. Edwards underneath looked like he did a little traveling, but nothing was rung up there.
But a foul called against the Dream.
Fouls on number 23, Sam Roselli.
But I wear glasses though here. Edwards at the line. We got the little Dream Club doing some trying to get behind their home team. Edwards is from Defiance College. Cody Ballard, he was the Midwest Basketball League Player of the Year. Tehan Johnson, we haven't seen Tehan today. He's played in China. Brett McKnight, he played in Germany, England, and Taiwan. So he has definitely been around, and he was also the Central Basketball Association Most Valuable Player. The interesting story is this is the first year in the league for the Ohio Bootleggers. They joined this league because they wanted to play a longer season and more competitive. Albert Barrichello comes up with a three shot, but it does not hit the mark. Edwards being guarded by Anthony Jackson. He looks for a paint line all the way down in the lane, and he gets rewarded with a two. Jackson with the lob pass over to Barrichello, being guarded by Miller. Outside shot by Moo. Here, Lucic Josak with the garbage. He picks it up and puts it in. McKnight over Josak, and it won't go. Rebounded Barrichello. Dishes it to Moore. Moore fakes it into paint, dishes it back outside. Jackson takes a look, drive it past Edwards, and he'll bank it in for two. Now we have a timeout. 30-point lead, 64-34, 5:37 midway through the second before halftime. Gives us an opportunity to thank some more sponsors here. A big thank you to Fat Kids Sports Bar, located at 243 West Long Avenue, serving the best Philly cheesesteaks this side of Philadelphia. If you don't believe me, try it. Call them at 371-3355 or 591-1999. Stop in and see their menu of sandwiches, burgers, and other terrific selections. Again, thank you to Fat Kids Sports Bar for supporting the DuBois Dream for the inaugural season for this year. Well, after this timeout, I think the Dream are looking to cut this deficit a little bit. Want to get it down to maybe 17 or 16 points. And that could be a very good goal for them to start this third quarter or the remainder with 5:25 to go. If you can get this down to 20 points and then get that confidence going for the second half, the Dream could really make some make a difference in this game. So that's what you want to do here. If you're the DuBois Dream, you got that mentality to play with some super confidence in the second half. The Ohio Bootleggers, you don't want no let up, but the Dream, that's what they want to do. Miller steps back for a three, and it's off the front of the rim. Albert Barrichello, here's a 2-on-1 developing. Jackson takes it himself, won't fall. Sam Roselli goes for the rebound, and he's over the top of the back was McKnight, and it goes out of bounds. And it will be Ohio's basketball. Miller brings it across center court. Set three from Anderson, it's no good. And it will be the Dream's ball. So we're still stuck at 30-point lead. And each team's had a couple of possessions, so here we go. Again, thanks to our great sponsors. John Allen, Brad Divins, sidekick, filling in for Brad today. Brad's going to be back with us. Nice lead pass to Albert Barrichello by Jackson, and did not fall. Here comes Trey Miller. He'll look and set up the offense. Dish pass underneath to Anderson, and he's blocked. He splits the defense. Miller will take a three. Off the rim, Jackson rebound. Nice block out by Dom Barrichello that time. Sam Roselli, Lucic, Josek. Right hand, left hand dribble for Albert Barrichello. Sets back for a three, and it won't go. Albert's looking for his first three. He's having a tough night lining that one up. He's had some games where he simply could not be stopped. Once he gets rolling, though, look out. McKnight being guarded by Dom Barrichello. He's going after that basketball. Reach in. Quick toss-out pass pulled in by Jackson. Jackson throws it up, and it's controlled and out of bounds. It will be Dreams basketball. Jackson to Nick Anderson. Nick Anderson, nice pass to Anthony Jackson, trying to get that give and go, turns himself, banks it in good. They used Nick Anderson as perhaps a decoy. If he was open, he was going to get the ball, but Jackson looked and just did that pivot and banked it off the glass. So nice play as they set that one up. Here's a shot coming back by Anderson for Ohio and controlled underneath the boards by the Dream. Anderson bringing it down, dishes it to Sam Roselli, and it just would not go in, but Sam Roselli fights, gets the rebound to Anderson, and Anderson controlled. What hustle by Sam Roselli that time for the Dream. Jackson now being double teamed, and out of bounds it goes, and it will be. And it is a mandatory timeout with 3 minutes to go. Still a 30-point lead. Each team with just 2 baskets since that one timeout with 5:36 to go. There's only been 2 baskets scored since we had that last timeout. So I don't know if you want to call it very defensive plays or just balls not falling in, but it's been back and forth to say the least. Some more sponsors for you, including Johnson Motors and Johnson Subaru, where you'll find great new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs with great service to follow. Support the sponsors for their support of the DuBois Dream. And be sure to visit Cookie Creations at the DuBois Mall and get your dream cookie any time of the year. Look terrific and taste great. Thank you, Lori, for supporting the DuBois Dream. Some of the great sponsors bringing you DuBois Dream basketball. I want to take this time and thank both teams for getting together to play this game, and that's what it's all about, the Premier Basketball League, getting those games in all season and cooperating together, and that's what it takes. You know, a great hand to both teams, and a great shout out to the Washington Warhawks, you know, coming up next week on April Fool's Day to get together with the Pennsylvania Dream and
game. It's a final regular season game, but they're working together to play next Saturday night at 5 o'clock right here at the DuBois Middle School. All right, here we go. Cody Ballard's back in the game. Being guarded by Roselli and Jackson. And Anderson with the shot won't go. Lucic Josek with the rebound and controlled. Here comes Anderson. Nick Anderson. Roselli with the spin jump bank shot. Ballard going way up and getting the shot. Ballard's one of those guys where I think you tie his shoelaces together to keep him from scoring. He's just on fire. Lucic Josek trying to pick up a screen or pick and roll. Dom Varichello back to Lucic Josek. Looked like he was going to shoot a three. Gives it to Nick Anderson. Nick Anderson double team, stays with it, and scores! Nick Anderson, what a play. He would not be denied that time. He just went in there and made the play. Ballard for three and will not go. Lucic Josek cleans it up with a rebound. Anderson drives the lane way up in the air, makes the score. Anderson encourages his teammates. McKnight, and he looks for Clarkson, and he is called for traveling. You can see on the scoreboard about 1:32 remaining. And the Dream on a little bit of a run. Clarkson shaking his head that time. Nick Anderson with authoritative dribble. Anthony Jackson, what a give and go.
Anthony Jackson.
Dick Vitale would say a little shake and bake, baby. He's able to get that ball in there. Bernard Edwards being guarded by Roselli. Clarkson on the outside, drives, dishes it out, and that's going to be a souvenir for the bench. No, he kept it alive. Tony Anderson. Edwards being guarded by Roselli. Steps back for the three, and it's high, and it's a dead ball. Will be Dreams basketball. 8-point run by the Dream. Under a minute to go. Dom Varichello. Cross center court. And he picks up the pace. Dishes it to Nick Anderson. For three is Anthony Jackson. It bounces no good. And it's controlled underneath. Outside shot. Here it comes. And it's no good. And that's Sean Comendo. He was injured in the last game against the Dream. Here's nice move by Sam Rosello. He got Nicholas